inevitable.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Big John here. I apologize for the little delay for the last few days, though. I've been busy with a couple personal stuff, but I'm okay. And what a good time to be back doing more YouTube videos, because we may get a certain character back in the MCU, and that is Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark Iron Man, coming back for Avengers Secret Wars potentially. That's right. And I know I talked about this also in my Multiple Saga video, that having him come back as our Tony Stark Iron Man in the MCU and Secret Wars will be a perfect opportunity right there. And I want to read you guys this article that came from comicbookmovie.com, and it says, and I quote, "Avengers Secret Wars rumored to bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark / Iron Man. We bid a tearful farewell to Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark in Avengers Endgame, but a new rumor suggests Marvel Studios has plans for his Armored Avenger to make his return in Avengers Secret Wars. The Marvel Cinematic Universe kicked off in 2008 with Iron Man, and the crazy thing is that there will be some of you reading this who won't have been old enough to watch that in theaters. Well, I was 14 when Iron Man first came out, coming out about to graduate from middle school, so I already saw Iron Man when it first came out though, but it's been with the MCU since day one, so I'm sure with that. But anyway, the point is, the MCU has been around for a long time now, and it was Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark who was there from day one. By the time Avengers Endgame rolled around over a decade later, it was time to bid farewell to his Armored Avenger. Tony went out a hero, using the Infinity Gauntlet to snap Thanos and his army out of existence. Now, though, it's looking like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man could live to fight another day in Secret Wars. According to a reliable scooper who has been right about a lot in recent years, Marvel Studios plans to bring back the actor as this iconic superhero in the upcoming event movie. If that follows the 2015 multiversal story by Jonathan Hickman and Asad Ribic, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, it will take place in a new reality that is unlike anything we've ever seen before. As a result, it is not outside the realm of possibility that the new world will have an Iron Man, though whether Downey will play a Tony variant akin to the hero we all know remains to be seen. Interestingly, it's also said that there are plans for Morgan Stark, though when and where the adult version of that character, who we're assuming will be played by Catherine Longford, will show up is unknown. With much so secrecy surrounding what's in store for us during the Multiverse Saga, we can only speculate about what might happen with Iron Man, assuming Downey is even willing to return. Will it be too soon to bring him back? It may seem so right now, but 7 years will have passed by then, believe it or not. And Avengers Secret Wars set to be released on May 1st, 2026. Wow. Whoo, boy. This is definitely something to keep an eye on and also be excited for, but to be proceed with caution as well. And while they definitely said that this guy who's reporting this rumor has been credible in the past, though, we always gotta take things with a grain of salt. But having Robert Downey Jr. coming back would be amazing. Even though it was sad to see him died in Avengers Endgame, he definitely went out with a bang. But again, with Secret Wars coming out in just a few years from now, and how big the scales are in this film, though, they can definitely go nowhere but up with this film right there, y'all. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to possibly bring him back, if that were possible. And I'm pretty sure they could possibly bring him back as a variant as well. I'm not expecting the Tony Stark who died in Endgame to be resurrected, though. But a variant through But a variant of him is definitely the more likely scenario, and something that I would be perfectly cool with, again, alongside with Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, and Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow. That would be really cool to see happen as well right there, and it would just make perfect sense to have Robert Downey Jr. Come back in this Secret Wars, though, and I still want to see some of my dream comic book team ups on the big screen that we haven't gotten yet, though. I want to see Tony Stark team up with the Fantastic Four, especially Reed Richards. I want to see him team up with Ironheart, and again with War Machine, Rescue, and even Morgan Starr, depending on how old she'd be by the time Secret Wars actually drops. I want to see Captain Ryder, Steve Rogers team up with Sam Wilson and Captain Carter. I want to see Natasha Romanoff team up with her sister one last time. That would just be amazing to have those team up in Secret Wars. And also one thing that I forgot to mention in my Multiverse Saga video, why not the Fox characters as well? They could come back as well, though, especially now when Hugh Jackman is going to be coming back in Deadpool 3. This will be a perfect opportunity for these universes to collide together in this ginormous film. Especially since they've been saying, Mark Ruffalo, I should say, that Secret Wars is going to be bigger than Endgame. Come on now. I mean, it's Secret Wars, one of the most, or if not the most iconic Marvel comic book of all time, right next to the Infinity Gauntlet comic. I mean, it's just too much. It just makes perfect sense, guys. It really does. And I really am hoping that this is executed well, though, and they'll probably, if that were to happen, though, they probably wouldn't show him in the trailer, though. They'll probably save it for, like, the final scene like they did with the final battle in Endgame and Tobey and Andrew and No Way Home. That I can definitely see happening as well, though, because, hey, even though Tony Stark is no longer with us, though, the MCU just started with him, and what better way to bring him back from the dead, or just bring him back in general? Secret Wars, Multiverse War, come on now, it's perfect! But this article got me really excited for this right now, y'all. And I just want to know what you guys think. Are you excited for the possibility of Robert Downey Jr. coming back? Are you skeptical about this move? Or do you think he's better off just going off as a hero at Endgame? Let me know in the comments down below. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts about this whole article. And again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button for more. And I really do, again, appreciate your all support for this channel. Let's keep things rolling. And until next time, this is Big John, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.